Welcome, Saša.
Ljubljana.
And the theme, the subject is smart and integrated security management in the digital age.
Lovely, lovely. You can do it, Saša. Go, go, go,
Thank you.
go.
Okay, I'm going to do it also.
So first, hello everybody, and thank you for the introduction. Smart and integrated security management in the digital age. What a mouthful of a title. So good thing is that whatever I talk about, you will have to believe me because no one knows what is going on here. So we know that 75% of companies see digitalization as a key driver of change in processes in buildings. So we know that digitalization will be the primary enabler to handle the challenges in the buildings. 3/4 of all the companies. Awesome. We have some common challenges. One are the business challenges, the other are technology challenges. For example, the installed base, we have a multitude of different buildings that have to have the same access to the entire portfolio. The data silos. Currently, all of our applications have their own silos. So each application has its own data, which has to be now interconnected. Cybersecurity topics that my previous colleagues talked about, very important now. From the business side, we have the solutions that have to cater to different buildings and to cater to different buildings and to different user scenarios, sorry. The new technology has to support the business evaluation, and you have to have the huge know-how, so to have a holistic approach to everything, to find the solutions to implement time to value and costs. As we said, customers know that digitalization will affect every process. So 81% of customers see real-time analytics as an important tool to extract business information. 80% of our customers want visualization of data. So this is why we are visualizing everything in the last few years. And 50% of customers expect new digital offerings. And this 50% of customers was a survey done in 2014. So now these numbers are much, much, much higher. And as we said, digitalization will affect every process. And with this in mind, it has to also change the security. Currently, our security landscape is changing. So the businesses evolve, user expectations are changing, incident costs rise, attacker motives are changing from the cybersecurity point of view, and the threat landscape is always changing because of this. So because of all of this, we have to change to a new business model. So from standalone system to integrate everything seamlessly together. So instead of having firmly defined products, we have to have a modular and customizable solution. From on-premise and location-bound environments, we have to channel everything into the cloud. And from providing internet connectivity to our portfolio, we are going through Internet of Things. So everything will be in the cloud. Currently, our security solutions are mostly protecting our value, but this is old stuff. So we are trying to push that our security solutions are creating value. How do we create this? How do we do this? Our security solutions have to provide safer environments. They have to be secure by design. They have to be smartly integratable between each other. They have to provide business continuity. And they have to provide operational efficiency. So reduce operating costs and enabling better business outcomes. So letting off people and having higher profits. As I said, from risk to resilience, unprotected businesses, people and assets are exposed to risks. Businesses are vulnerable to disruptions, sabotage, and theft. While on the other hand, we have a secure business, which is safer and more resilient, and it can retain trust of customers and shareholders, which is one of the most important things. So customers having trust in us. Smart buildings. So every building can be smart. It doesn't matter, is it a healthcare building? Is it a pharma building, school, higher education, retail, office building, whatever? Every building can be smart. But how smart is this? It doesn't matter how smart a building already is. Every building can be a smarter building. Currently, I think we are just in the between this traditional building and smart building. We do have some systems that are measuring temperature. They are the heating, ventilation, and cooling is affected by this, but otherwise nothing special. So currently we are reactive on site. We have on-site solutions. The integrations are complex, and we have these silos where every application is on its own. What we want to do, we want to do a smart building or an autonomous building. We want to have it predictive and prescriptive, so when you come into your offices, the building will automatically know that you are there. It will set the comfort settings that you like. It will dim the lights, open the shades. It will be AI enabled, so it will automatically know if there is a meeting booked, that it will preheat the offices, it will start the cooling if needed. The integrations of all the systems will be simple and easy, and we will have one place to access all the data. As I said before, we have many applications. One is for security, one is for fire, one is for heating, ventilation. Now we want to have one place to access all of this information. So currently, we are here on the left side, on premise. Everything is in the house. You have to connect everything together. Now we are pushing towards this hybrid. You can still have the equipment on site, but you will connect it slowly to the cloud and have this access to the data from everywhere in the world. The future is planned to have everything in the cloud. So only a smart door controller, for example, for access control, and all other settings are done through the cloud. So nothing on site, no software, no configuration is needed on site. Security as a service. In cloud, everything is a service. For example, video surveillance as a service, or VAS, is a great example of software as a service. Actually, on site, you only have a camera connected. Then images are archived on the cloud. So even if something happens to your building, there is no data loss because everything was connected to the cloud even before. And 24/7 expert service. So because you don't need anyone to be in the building all the time, you can have someone else do it. Why are we even talking about as a security as a service? First, economics. Always it starts and ends with the money. It's simple and smart, so everything is predictable. Service, you get everything from one hand. Ideally, you have one supplier of all the things. You get everything from him, and it's highly reliable. Technology is always up to date because you don't have 10, 15 different systems connecting to each other. You can automatically update everything, and it's ideal for smaller and medium customers, like smaller branches, because you don't have to send your IT technicians to every branch separately. Everything is already done through the cloud. And one of the biggest questions that we always get is, why would I move to the cloud? Because there is one thing that mostly everyone is forgetting, and that is that only about 10% of the entire cost of the systems are software licenses. Whenever we offer some licenses, our customers say, oh, that's so expensive, that's so expensive. But in the end, only 10% of this cost is actually from the licenses. You have to have your hardware, you have to have your IT personnel, you have to maintain this, you have to train your personnel again. But if we switch to the cloud, we do have a subscription fee. This is much bigger part of the entire story, but you have this, you pay it every year, so the costs are known upfront, and implementation, customization, and training is done only once, and after that, there are no ongoing costs except of the subscription fee. What are the advantages? So, as written, the key factors are that lower total cost of ownership, ease of deployment, lack of IT resources, so no hardware, no software, no servers are needed on the site. You have a common computing infrastructure like all the other companies. It's an on-demand model, so you pay only what you need, because currently all of our softwares are like that you have to pay the entire software, even though if you need only one, you're still paying for the entire thing. In cloud, you are paying only what you need. And of course, one of the biggest is that it's scalable and it can be integrated in with other building systems. Okay. So everyone in a company has its own goals, its own mission, how to set the company forward. So if we focus first on the security manager, how can I create a secure environment for employees? IT manager, how can I make our IT system secure and future-proof? For the application engineer, how can I create innovative apps to enable new service models? The digital service provider, how can I deliver our service digitally? This is all actually solved through the cloud with some smart integrations and better security. We are offering on-premise, in the cloud, or hybrid solutions. All of the solutions are open and modular. It has to be intuitive and has to have consistent user interface. Everything has to be unified, data-driven, built around users, and it has to be cyber secure. So this is why we took a holistic approach and we integrated our complete surveillance suite into a Building X security manager. Building X is actually a Siemens part of apps where we can control the entire building through it. Security manager is only a small part of it, which is encompassing security stuff like access control, intrusion, and video systems. But it can be connected to other, so the building operation manager and stuff like that. So you can actually find the solution like when 80% of the people that are coming to the building go to lunch, this data is then sent to the cafeteria. They know how many people are in the building. They know how many meals they have to provide. So we are making better operational efficiency because we are not wasting food. And on the other hand, when you're in the office, you can see how many people are currently in the cafeteria. So you can say, oh, okay, I will wait 10 or 15 minutes because now it's really crowded. So as I said, this is Building X is the Siemens part of the application, but we actually created an entire accelerator marketplace. Accelerator is like Google Play or Apple iStore, where everyone can connect his own app to the system. You can interact with our applications, or create your own for everything that you desire. And with this, we provide enhanced user experience, higher building performance, and sustainable future. I will focus on the security manager so that you will see what we are also offering. Finally, we came to this part of the title. So, smart and integrated security management in the digital age. What does this even mean? So it means that currently we have to digitally have physical access manage physical access. So flexible management of access to the doors. You have to have alarms and incidents on your phone immediately when something happens. Maintenance and occupancy monitoring. As I said, you can see how many people are in the building if something happens. Extended on-premise use. Currently, we can reuse our existing hardware to connect it to the cloud. So there is no need to buy new hardware. And we also offer low-code environments so that you can develop your own solutions connected to our solutions. With this, you can get the security you can trust. You can have a quicker response. You can have a holistic protection, all-in-one solution, ease of access, and you can increase the efficiency. So with this in mind, I invite everyone to join us and accelerate your digital transformation. As I said, we have this accelerator platform where everyone can connect and join, and you can explore the communities, write your own apps, and just let us work together to a better future.